Yo!
Happy Monday!
Happy Monday! Happy Monday!
Welcome to Donna and Cheryl TV. It's Monday the 12th. Monday the 12th. I checked this. Monday the 12th of October. We're halfway through the month almost, people. It is crazy. And yeah, we're here with you keeping it real. Like really real today. Cheryl's been busy this morning, so we're going to share that with you today. And we're also going to be just chatting to you a little bit about, so our affirmation this week is about like, I am exactly where I'm supposed to be, because so many of us get ourselves in a bit of a tears thinking we should be further on, we should know more by now, we should have lost more weight by now, we should have more money in the bank by now. So we're going to take all the should haves, we're going to blow the fuckers up, and we're going to have some fun with you this lunchtime. But first, the fun that we've been having this morning. Cheryl, would you care to share?
My God. Well, it's just been like a full weekend of stuff happening, like, which has ended up. I mean, I've got puppy excitement for Donna and Neil, like, you know, having a niece. And then obviously, as you know, we wanted a Scottish Terrier, or Scottish Terrier. So we've been on the things for the rescue, like last month, but I've been kept checking there's no terriers. And then last night when I was online at like late on at night, I had a look. And what made us look was this one was, they had some terriers and it was 111.11. I was like, oh my God, angel numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, got in touch. It wasn't 11111. It was more money and it was in Ireland.
It was in County Tyrone. So I was like,
County Tyrone, Omar. But, you know, anyway. But then I looked and he was some puppies, some Scottish Terrier puppies in Middlesbrough, like half an hour from where I live, had popped up online yesterday, 4 boys and a girl. So I couldn't sleep last night. I was literally, because this was like 10 o'clock, I was like, I can't ring them now. So I went to bed and I was just really unsettled in the night. Graham was like, what the hell's wrong? I was like, I can't stop thinking about the puppies. So this morning, 9 o'clock, I've been on the phone to Craig. So me and Graham are going this evening to hopefully come home with a baby boy.
A
baby boy. So Donna's getting a baby girl and I'm having a baby boy. So yes, obviously unexpected. So having a crate in a bed and that's it. So my daughter Holly is now going to Pets at Home because we've got a really exciting afternoon planned with a vet. So Holly's going to Pets at Home with a puppy list of things to buy so that when puppy comes home, it actually has some stuff. So I'm like, I said to her, give us a list of things that I actually absolutely have to buy today. And then some other things I can buy another day when I can, at the weekend when Graham's off work. So yes, this is it.
Tell us if you're on, say hi, say happy Monday. So yes, it's all happening. It's like puppy mayhem.
My head do it together.
I was like, you're picking it up today. I was like, I need a month to mentally prepare myself for a puppy coming, and you're doing it in 24 hours.
I literally had to ring Craig back 3 times. I rang him once, then I rang him again, then I rang him a 3rd time. I was like, it's just hit us that I'm bringing a puppy home tonight and I haven't got anything in the house for it. But anyway, it'll all work out as it's meant to be. So yes, expect some interruptions over the next few days and I will bring said puppy. Me and Graham know what we're calling the male puppy, but we're not going to tell anyone until we pip the puppy out and make sure that the name. We've had this, Holly, Donna will know what it is, but don't tell anyone. We've had this boy name picked out for ages because we always talked about having a baby, but then decided not to. And we've got a name for what the baby was going to be, a baby boy. So the dog is getting the baby name. So we'll...
Isn't that funny though? Because Neil said that to me. He said, well, we'll call her, and we'd always said if I had a girl, it would be called Scarlet with 2 T's. And I was like, you can't do that. Like Scarlet was the baby's name.
No, the dog's getting the baby's name.
Okay.
So we'll tell them tomorrow. Once we've named him.
I love it.
So yes. I mean, I might not be sitting smiling like this after I've had no sleep for the next few days. Holly, who is on here, she's getting a new doggy brother. But Holly, like as a baby, was like the world's best baby sleeper. Like from her being 3 weeks old, she slept through the night more or less. Like as a parent, haven't experienced what other parents have experienced where you had no sleep. She was high maintenance during the day when her eyes opened, but at least I got to sleep at night. So I'm not used to not getting sleep. So God knows what state I'm going to be in by next week. Donna, you might have had to have moved in. You're really good at training up puppies and children and stuff. So
I'm also good with sleep deprivation. Which is what's on my CV, a list of skills, need very little sleep, and I'm used to always being tired.
I'm not like that.
You're
So
not
God
like
knows
that.
what I'm going to be like.
Yeah, you're going to be fucked.
Oh.
But you never know. You might get the puppy version of Holly, who
Exactly.
just likes to sleep. And I mean, because has Craig said sort of what they're like?
No, I didn't ask
sleeping
him.
through yet and stuff.
No, I haven't asked. They're only 8 weeks old, so I don't know. I'll get all the info when I go tonight before we select the one. So
hopefully he's been training them to go through the night with no wheeze and no food. Yes. So
well, the puppy's going straight in the puppy crate. So the puppy knows where it lives. So it'll be sleeping in there from this evening. So I'm really struggling to concentrate on anything. Had to have like a serious meeting. Then we've got a marketing session with the vet. Vet says she's hyperactive. I bet you ain't met me yet.
Oh my God.
I was trying to do some healing on my mum this morning, and you've got to like concentrate, and I'm like projecting light and this, that, and the other, and then just puppies just in my head, and I'm like, oh God, she's probably walking around like this today.
It's like being pregnant, isn't it? I was saying this though to Nat at the weekend. Oh. I said, like, I actually felt like I had more of a clue what I was doing with the baby, because in the 4 years of trying, I read a lot of baby books and stuff, whereas I've never ever had a puppy. I've had a kitten once, but I've never had a puppy, because when we got Blue, he wasn't a puppy. He was probably about 18 months old, 12, 18 months old. He was a rescue dog. So I've always had rescue animals, and they've normally been fully grown. So watch this space, people. It could turn south quite quickly.
Once I have by my puppy, and then Donna gets Gabby, like literally, these might get cancelled. You might not even get a session from us. We might not even turn up, because we'll just be lying like that on the settee.
Yeah.
With our houses chewed a bit.
So
anyway, right.
To business. So Mel, you've been saying you've been really feeling the shoulds around our business for the last week. It's a month old. Give yourself a break. Your affirmations helped me change, get my head back to the present. Yeah. Has anyone else commented on it? No.
Annie constantly saying I shoulda, woulda, coulda. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
I can't say that. I'm going blind. Oh yes, there it is.
Oh,
there we go.
I'll keep my hands off.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I know, absolutely. And this is what we do. And remember, we said most mindset issues come from two things. One is you're constantly tripping about shit that you already did. Or two, you're constantly tripping about shit that hasn't happened or you haven't done yet. So 95% of your activity is in one of those areas usually, rather than just being about where you are now. And we can do it with the kids. Come like, I can't wait till they're older and do this. I can't wait till they walk and we can do this. I can't wait till they go. And it's like we sort of fast forward through their lives and wish their life away with the kids. And we do that with ourselves. And, if you are meant to be where you were wishing that you were, you'd be there already. That's just the bottom line of it. Yeah. So wherever you are now, whether that's with your weight journey, your health journey, your professional career, your business, your relationships, is exactly where you are supposed to be. And if you desire movement in that, that's fine. But don't wish away where you are, because you are where you are now to teach you a lesson. So work out what the lesson is. Work out where you desire to be, where you want to be, where you want to progress to. That's fine. But don't do that without pure appreciation and gratitude for where you are.
Absolutely. So I would love to hear, what is it you're telling yourself? So when you are spending time in the back, or you're spending time in the, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, I should be doing the other. What is it you're saying to yourself? Share it with us now. Putting pressure on yourself, making yourself feel like shit. Because whenever we say I should have, or I should do this, we're basically saying we haven't. So then we're basically saying we're not very good because we haven't. So it's just negativity, emotions, energy that we're putting on ourselves. No expectations come from anyone else. Nobody said we should. We often in coaching will go, oh, well, who said you should? And they're like, no one.
Yeah.
It's just an internal voice that we've got. Nobody's saying, oh, Cheryl, by the way, my expectations is, can you have this done by X date?
Yeah.
But I might be sitting there going, well, I should have done this and I should have done that, and I should have finished this by now, or should have finished that. Nobody's telling us that. I've just told myself that and made myself feel like shit in the process.
And where do you tend to woulda, shoulda, coulda all over yourselves, guys? I'd love to know. It's like when people say, I can't remember doing it myself years ago, and I started getting really fit and weight training a lot, and like looking at photos of Gillian Anderson, going, "Oh, like God, I should be like that," And well, she's done that for 20 years. So, or like with your business, you'll look at the coaches' businesses and go, "Oh my God." Like, God, they've already got like online products. They've got this. They've been there 5 to 10 years. If you're like a month, 2 months, 5 months in your business, look at other businesses that are in, 1 month, 2 months in, and you'll find they're in a very similar position to you. It doesn't really matter. It's about where you are and what feels good to you.
So Annie's just saying, putting pressure on and the feeling of not being good enough, total mindset. Yes.
Yeah. And what is good enough? Like, who is good enough? What is good enough? What does that look like? So all you have to do is work out what it is, like what's the next milestone that you progress into, and celebrate moving towards that, rather than, because it is like a lack of mentality. If you're thinking I should be further on, basically your whole of your energy is going into what you perceive that you haven't done, or where you perceive that you're not. So if it's like, I should have more money in the bank now, or I should have paid off more of the mortgage, you're basically saying what I'm doing isn't good enough, and that's not going to make you feel good. I haven't done it. Exactly. I haven't. So the lesson in that might be that you maybe haven't been saving any money, and now you're wishing that you had. Well, it's done. Forget about it. What's the action moving forward? What can you change? What are you reprioritizing? Where are you going to put your energy for the next months, days, weeks, and then reassess then, and what would some success look like, and focus on that. Control the controllables, focus on what you can do, focus on what feels good. I don't know anybody that sits and says I should be doing this, I should be doing, and feels good about it. Like you're literally purposely beating yourself over the head with something, with your should have club, and it's not going to change anything. It's not going to change what's already happened. Hi, Leslie. Oh, so Mel's just saying, tune into what feels good as opposed to striving for the highest level of business performance.
Yeah, because it takes all the fun out of it. Like, yes, we've been caught up in this in the last 2.5 years when we first started out. And then we're looking for what was the next thing we needed to learn, and what's the next thing, and what's the next thing, because you're just wanting to be here when actually you're there. And that's okay to be there, because then you'll get to there, get to there, get to there. So it's easy to do, and that's okay. The important thing is that you've recognized that you're doing it, and actually you can then come back to neutral, come back to base.
Yeah.
And think, right, okay, what's the first next step I can take? We can take to move forward. That feels good to us, to where we are right now, because we're exactly where we're meant to be. And it's an amazing affirmation, because it just makes you feel good when you say it. Like Absolutely. When we use it in coaching, don't we? When you say, right, you're exactly where you're meant to be, it's like, oh, right, yeah, okay. Because really, logically, well, we are, or we'll be somewhere else.
Where else would you be? Exactly. And I think it's okay, and you can hold that vision of your business, of this incredible, thing that you birth and bringing into the world, and this aspiration that you have for it, and absolutely spend time visualizing every day of what it's going to be like when your business is, has teams or staff or offices, or is global, or has a book, or whatever your big goal is with it. Spend time in that, excited time, imagining what that's like, and really bringing that to life inside your tissues, and aim that every single day, with every action that you do, that you are doing it with excellence. But do the activity with excellence. Don't strive to be like such and such, because that's over there and look what they've got 10 years. Take an element and go, I love that. I want that in our business. What will that look and feel like in our business?
Absolutely. Yeah? So we've got a couple of comments, which is amazing.
I should believe I'm worth more than I thought career-wise. So there's another should in there. I should believe. So I want to believe, or I'm choosing to believe.
Or I am worth more.
Or I am, worth more. I didn't know who that was. Sorry, just says Facebook user. Lindsay, hi. I've learned that I'm exactly where I need to be after years of thinking I should be further, but doing out about it. After your bootcamp, I took action.
Yes.
Love. And now landed a great contract. Do I still have imposter syndrome? Yes. I'm continually developing also. Yeah, absolutely. So I still have imposter syndrome. It just doesn't stop me. a big aha for Yvette last week. Life is not linear. I'm in the eye of a beautiful storm.
Yes.
And it's like when people are losing weight or whatever, right? This is your life. You don't kind of go, you know, lose a pound, lose a pound, lose a pound, lose a pound, lose a pound every single week. Like, it just doesn't happen. You might lose 6 pounds, maintain for a week, maybe gain, then you might lose. And life is like that, yeah? But it's okay. It's about from where you are to where you want to be. What does that look like? What's the one big thing that's going to get you there? And then when you get there, you reassess. Always have these milestones. If you don't, you know, what happens is you could earn £1 million in your business in the first year, and you go, oh, right, yeah, great. Well, that should have happened because that's what they did over there as well.
Should have made two.
And it's like you just lose all the joy and the love out of the journey. So this is about the journey, appreciating where you are now. You are exactly where you are supposed to be.
Love, love, love.
So tomorrow, another packed agenda. We'll have a puppy in the house. Anything could happen. Carol might not be here if the puppy doesn't stop yapping. We don't know.
No,
so
we're hiring Holly. We're hiring Holly to the house, leaving her puppy in the house to come and work from here and look after said puppy while I'm on calls. This is the plan. It's the strategy.
When we say keeping it real, we mean keeping it real.
And I'm having to move my nail appointment. So these may get a little bit scabby over the next few days because I'm meant to go to the nail salon now. I can't leave the house.
That's love for you. That is love for you.
So
yes. Have a blessed Monday. Take inspired action. And remember, you're exactly where you're supposed to be.
Right now.
See you all tomorrow.
Bye.